My brother shamed my 15-year-old sister for being gay at his wedding reception, and my parents are making her talk to someone at church. My brother and his fiancée were married last weekend, but my sister Iris has been punished and yelled at a lot this week. My brother and I don't have a great relationship, and when he lived with us, he barely spent any time with us either. My parents paid for him to go to college, and before last weekend, they were planning to help me and my sister go too. However, as a result of what happened last week, my parents told my sister that they're not letting her do sports or hang out with friends until she apologizes for being gay and talks to a pastor at church. They've barely gotten on my brother Matt for humiliating her last week. When I tried to defend her and talk to them on her behalf, they also yelled at me and said that they wouldn't pay for me to go to college if I don't stop because I should know it's wrong, but when I continued to argue with them, they said I'm not allowed to work next year and that I won't be taking driver's ed either. I don't know what made my brother shame and expose her last week. When he spoke at the reception, he said that he felt led to say something that was on his mind and told everyone that my sister is gay. He also said that she needed prayer to get support, and my parents had no idea that she was gay either. I knew because my sister told me some time back, but when I asked if she ever told Matt after the wedding, she said she didn't, but that she told Ariana, Matt's fiancée. Ariana would sometimes drive my sister to sports if my parents couldn't, and they became close and would sometimes go out for ice cream too. I wasn't particularly close with her, but she was close to her. Iris said that Ariana was very supportive when she told her about it and how she was afraid to tell her parents. And she also said that Ariana showed her some resources when they would go out for ice cream or sports too. However, the only way that she figured Matt would know was if she somehow told him and thought that he'd be safe. That's her best guess about how he found out, but my parents are fairly religious and opinionated on such matters, and that's why she was punished this week too. I used to know someone in my friend group who was gay, and my parents weren't crazy about him and encouraged me to not hang around him too. His parents went to our church, but he wasn't really religious, and Dad said that his parents were failing him among other things and how he will be punished because God never intended for that. Iris was embarrassed and started crying after he outed her, and while Dad later told my brother that he didn't like him saying that in front of everyone, he still yelled at her and took away sports and seeing friends until she talks to someone at church that hasn't happened yet, and he's also yelled at me for trying to stand up for her. I could care less about what happens with my college because she's barely talking to me and Mom took away her phone and laptop too. Dad actually laid hands on Iris when we came home. She has bruises down her back now. My brother also said that Ariana went to her parents the day after the wedding and has been staying there, and as of right now, she hasn't come back yet. He's also come over to talk to my parents, but I think that was more about Ariana for the most part. I can't tell you how much I hate him because she won't talk to me, but when I try to tell my parents that they are wrong to punish her, they just cursed at me and took away some of my privileges too, and they also said that I won't be going to driver's ed or working because I was being disrespectful and that if I keep it up, they won't pay for my college either, and I just feel hopeless.